HD with a very extra special edition of Rugghead by the River birthday bash. I'm gonna try setting up my jig a little differently today. We'll see if it comes in or whatnot. But I'm extra happy today. You know why, guys? We got some rain. It's kind of rare around here. So we got some moisture on the track. Shouldn't be as much dust. I'm gonna try a new camera angle today. We'll see if it works. Maybe I can. What's up, Randy? Man, you quick on the draw, brother. Yeah, thanks. Happy birthday to you, bro. We're like birthday brothers. Hopefully this comes in. Yeah, I figured we had a lot in common. I didn't think it was our birthdays. But we got birthdays and granites in the fun zone. Woo! So the camera angle's different. I was hoping I could read the comments and drive at the same time and still kind of maintain a, you know, somewhat steady picture. We'll see how it goes. Kind of driving one-handed at a weird angle, but oh yeah, I like it. Oops. What's going on there? Oh yeah. The dog. We gotta drive by the dogs. The dogs are our friends. Oh. We'll try to sneak by the dogs. So what's going on with your granite, dude? You said you had a blown differential or something? Say hi, dogs. They're these giant dogs, too. They're just old as dirt. They've been out here as long as I can remember. Here's Bad Luck Bridge. Ooh, I turn my steering down. All right. Woo. It's a good test for suspension, you know, play it in slow motion. Is this a better camera angle or is it better down low? I don't know. I can read the chat when it's up here. Uh-oh. Got a rock. So these Proline Badlands just love picking up rocks, man. The rocks down here are like the perfect size to get stuck in the spokes. Oh! Wah, wah, wah. Both your diffs? Well, you know, you can take... One thing I learned, Randy, is you can take two diffs apart, right? Because it's only the one thing that fails. It's one of the plastic gears will be stripped out, like more than the other one. And so you gotta take both diffs apart, and then you just take the best gears and make one. and then get the locker for the front or to the rear. Well, depending on what you're doing. I got a front locker in Gromzilla for that steep climbing action. But that's just a secret between you and me. If you ever want to make a Gromzilla, I saw someone else doing it. I saw someone else in my shorts feed today that had a, look at that hole I fell in. I saw someone in my shorts feed that was making a Gromzilla Typhon with the rock crawling. Oops. Rock crawling monster truck, like 110 millimeter. On a Typhon Grom. That's funny. I asked him what pinion is he running. He didn't get back to me. But I think something with your Fury Tech or something, like really high revving like that, would be pretty cool. Let's see if I keep this on camera out here. We'll see how it comes in. Looks like hard right there. Sometimes it takes a while for the track to get, you know, broken in. Hit coyote poop. Coyote poop on the track today, boys. Yeah, so the sand has been compacted now. Oh, from the rain packed in the clay. Oh. So I got a hard dirt track today. Not really used to that. With rocky conditions. I got packed clay dirt with rocky conditions. Woo. Not too much. This thing's wild, man. I love it. Oops. I wonder what my gyro's set on. Woo. This is wild today, guys. Uh-oh. She wasn't turning left for a second. I think I had a rock stuck in there. She's turning left now. Let me turn the steering up. There we go. Yeah, thanks. Just shout out to the 11 watching, man. Say what's up in the chat. Where are you guys from? Where are you guys watching from? Woo. Today's my birthday, man. It's my happy birthday bash. Whoa! Who saw that? That was sick. Like, there's nothing I wouldn't rather be doing on my birthday than out here freaking jamming. So I was able to do most of the chores this morning. I worked on all my fish tanks yesterday, so I wouldn't have to do anything today. I actually plan on taking my kids to... I was invited to go to church tonight, so I was like, dude, I haven't been to church in years. But they invited my kids. And since my kids are autistic and have, you know, social issues, I was like, that's a good place for them to learn how to socialize, is with, you know, kids that aren't going to be mean and tease them. So I'm all for that. Oof. Nice. This thing's so cool. This is what, day 5 running it out here live without breaking anything. I've had to tighten a few screws, but I haven't broken anything. My ESC fell off last time because it was too hot, and the double-sided sticky tape gave in, but that's what I did this morning. I just re-glued it, but I made a... Oof. I made like a mount, and I'm going to try to mount the... Instead of mounting the ESC on top of the servo like it is, I'm going to mount the ESC on top of the drivetrain cover. You know, that center drive shaft brace thing. I got some angle aluminum, and I'm just going to make a platform off of that. And what that'll do is it'll suspend the ESC to get more airflow, since it won't be insulated by the steering servo. And then I'll be able to move it forward a little bit over the bell crank, the servo horn, and it'll give me enough room to squeeze a 35mm fan in there. So that'll be coming shortly. I just haven't figured out how I want to mount the angled aluminum to the plastic center brace. So I was thinking that maybe try an E6000 on it, just in case I don't like it. I could just take it off. And if I do like it, I got some of them shorty nuts. I could probably bolt it up, which would be epic. I even have a tap. I might be able to just tap it if there's enough plastic in that brace to hold some threads. We'll see. But I remember seeing that back in the day when people were converting this before the 223S. Ooh. Oh, in other news, I ended up getting the, I think it's the Spectrum 40 amp 2-in-1. It comes in the axial, the Wrangler. I got that ESC, 2-in-1 ESC. Hopefully I can just bind it to the SLX2 remote for Gromzilla, so I'll have a 40 amp instead of that stupid 20 amp. And it's waterproof and everything too, so I approve. It was a cheap fix. I got one cheap on eBay. It's actually cheaper than the BLX one, so it'll be interesting to see like a size comparison. It doesn't have a gyro though, I don't think, but it's programmable. I saw you could program it for like drag brake and punch and everything, so that might be helpful. Anyway, that'll be coming soon too. Gromzilla with the 40 amp. It'll be interesting to see. Hopefully that fixes a lot of my heating issues too, because that ESC was just on fire all the time. That's part of the reason why I made it amphibious, was to cool it off. Don't tell anyone. Because it can rock climb, but you'd have to get it wet, man. Cool it down. Speaking of cooling down, this sucker seems to be doing pretty well, man. How many minutes are we? 15? That's the stock battery. We're doing the rooster tails and everything here. Woo. Ouch! Hit a rock. Uh-oh. Off the track, guys. Rugghead RC birthday bash. Come on in, say happy birthday in the chat, man. Ain't nothing I'd rather be doing than playing with my toys on my birthday. Maybe getting some new toys. Oh yeah, new toys. I got some brand new BLX axles coming in the mail today. I'm gonna put on Viper Blade because Viper Blade's still running the plastic axles for speed runs, but you know, I plan on drifting it eventually, so I already know I'm eventually going to be stripping out those plastic ones. So I'd rather save whatever plastic I got left for the Typhon, the speed car. Because in my opinion, I think the plastics will run faster on the top end, just absorbing vibration and having such a precise fit. You know, you can tighten those plastic ones down, plastic axles, so tight that they smush into the bearings and they're, you know, they're like impossible to get out of there. You know, once you tighten them down, if you ever have to pull them out again, good luck. I think we're hitting the low voltage, boys. Oh, front flip. Nice. Woo! Hit the stick. That was my original turn marker. Was that stick? Like when I first came out here, there wasn't much out here. So I got a stick. I'm like, let's start with design the track by going around the stick. This is the worst line you could possibly take right now. Whee! There we go. There we go. Oop. It's so fast if you get it just right, man. It's just barely gliding on the sand. Like you're just barely touching the ground because it's just peeling out and floating in on the very tip of the surface. You're not digging, you're not bouncing. It's just like peeling out the whole lap. If you do it just right. There's like two little turns where you have to like kind of let off the throttle to let the rear ends rotate, like right there and right here. Jeez. But you're just like fishtailing like crazy trying to get out of there. That's why I kept that tail on there with all that downforce, man. You need it. The Granite Grom needs that. When you're busting 3S especially. Look at that. See that? How the back end digs? You need it. It helps a lot. This thing only weighs 700 grams. So you need all the help you can get keeping it on the ground. If you look at my shorts, you can see that I put downforce on the front end too. Oh, backflip. That was terrible. Arrma tough, baby. Oh, I need to slow down a little bit. I'm like nose diving. Oh, traction roll. That was in the rocks. That doesn't count. Battery's doing good, guys. Where are we at? 20 minutes. 20 minutes on this battery. Full racing. No thermal. This is a stock Spectrum Smart battery. 1,300 mAh. It's not a big battery. It's just how efficient this thing is, man. That's why I was so impressed. Oh! When I first got this, and I was running those little, you know, the battery they gave you. It was cool because I'd go out and run it just as fast as it would take to charge it. Oh. I think that's low voltage, man. Where are we at? 22 minutes? Yeah. She's not hot. Or maybe she's a little hot. Let's go sit down. Sorry, man. I hit the wrong button. So what happened yesterday, Nitro? Dwayne! What's up, Monster RC? Hey, happy birthday, thanks. Yeah, dude, 46 years young. I'm not gonna take my glasses off. You can see how old I am. You look in these cold eyes right there. Stone cold killer. I don't want to mess up the algorithms, bro. I was just gonna do Rugghead by the River live at 12:20, and you know, just home all the way down there, because I have to drop my car off at the school to pick up my kids, and so I'm walking home every day. This has been my routine for like 2 years now, and I just come out here and burn a couple batteries on the way home. It's awesome. You get to take a morning walk. It's like walking the dog, but you only have to feed it parts. See? Good boy. Good boy. Check that out if you missed my desktop live. I mohawked the tires again. That's why I paint them green, guys, because they're modified. So you trim off all the little side knobbies with your toenail clippers. That way when you're in the turns, you can slide the front long enough to let your rear end rotate, so you could power slide out instead of traction rolling. Which is why I have the giant wing on the back and these Proline motocross suckers to dig in, man. It's for that sick power slide in loose sandy conditions. Oh, what happened, Dwayne? Oh no, dude. I'm sorry, bruh. How old is she? How old's your mom, bruh? You know, yeah, man, for sure. My dad had like a stroke a couple months ago and didn't tell anybody. He was just freaking struggling for like 3 or 4 days. And then he drove he's 82 years old. Stubborn Vietnam vet, you know, he can't tell him what to do. And he's like that silent generation, so he doesn't want to, you know, he can't be a problem or anything, so he doesn't want to say nothing. But he was having a full-blown stroke and wouldn't say nothing, and ended up driving himself to the hospital. And it looked pretty grim, bro, for a while, because they had to do a couple heart surgeries and stuff, and he's 82, and so I'll tell you what, though, man, those doctors and the nurses and everybody did such a great job. They were all communicating. We had, like, you know, the GI doctor and the cardio doctor and the primary, because he's in the VA, and he got out of the hospital, and they had like a nurse come in to go set up the medications for him and everything, because he don't know what he's got dementia and shit. He doesn't know what's going on. But man, he's doing fantastic now. And I was like, what, dude? This dude was on the brink of death like a couple months ago. He was in the hospital for like twice for 2 weeks, both times, you know, bleeding to death. They had to give him like 3 blood transfusions. And here we are like 2 months later, and he's going golfing today with the men's group. So I'm like, whatever, Dad. Whatever, dude. But spend as much time as you can, man. If you can, if you're local, if you're close, you know, try to go down there and visit them in the hospital, talk to the doctors. You know, because the nurses and everything, when they see your family showing up and everything too, it helps them work harder, because they know this person's needed, this person's important, you know. And then they're trying to impress you with what a great job they're doing taking care of your loved one. So going down and visiting in the hospital has a bigger effect than just moral support for your loved one. It's also moral support for the people working on your family. And you can thank them and tell them what a great job they're doing and all that. And all that laughter and everything in the hospital rooms is a good medicine, you know. Laughter is the best medicine, they say. So she was cooking, boys. That was 3S for 20 minutes straight. So I'm just going to let her cool down for a second. It's so nice out here in the mornings before it gets super hot. I love it when it starts raining and the rivers flow. And you're sitting out here in this, it's like a nice little stream running. It's usually like snow melt off that big mountain over there. That's Mount San Jacinto, I think. And 7:30? Yeah, in the UK, bruh. We're out here in Freedom Land. We're out here in America. We're just getting warmed up. What time is it? 11:30? Okay, I got about half an hour left to diddle around out here. My kid's got early dismissal. Whose kid has early dismissal? Do you guys do early dismissal? Ever since COVID, they went to like this modified schedule. And then instead of having, remember when you used to have like teacher days? You'd have like a teacher's in service, like, once a month you'd get a day off of school or whatever, so the principal could go chew out the teachers or whatever they were doing. And they don't do that anymore. Now it's just one day a week. They have like a staff meeting once a week. So you got to pick up your kids early once a week at noon. I'm like, what? That's like a slow month. It's a quick Monday, man. Might as well get a sip of water while I'm out here. Yeah, it was Wednesday last year. We were doing, and that's so weird. I'm like, bro, you can't even work. I'm like, my schedule's so screwed up. Most places are like 9 to 5 jobs now, too. I used to work like a on-call knock shift, if you needed extra work. I would do like on-call knock, and I'd, show up at 10 o'clock and work, until 7 and make everyone breakfast and everything. Have the house all cleaned up. But, if I got too tired, I'd just say no. No, not working. Oh, yeah, no. They copied me, bro. I was doing this way before the XRT came out, man. They copied me with this. They copied me with this, too. When the Proline body came out. Swear to God. I was rocking that, and then like literally 2 months later Proline came out with it. I was like, come on. And then 2 months after that the XRT came out, and I was like, come on, give me a break. Yeah, later, Dwayne. Thanks for joining. Thanks for saying what's up, brother. Hope your mom gets better, bro. But anyway, on mine, it's dual purpose. I could turn my car on and off and cool it off because there's no fan in here. I originally did this before the BLX came out. I did this back when it was brushed, and I put the 1600 Hypergo tires, like the big monster truck tires on here. Got a stick in there. And with the brush system, it was heating up real bad. So I wanted to take long walks, so I cut that hole in there, and it helped a lot. It kept it from thermaling out on the brush system. So I kept it. And you know what? It works really good. I ain't gonna lie. Even when you flip, the dirt doesn't get in there. Because if you look how it sits, I thought it out. I know on the video, if you see my short, I cut it out live on the video. All right, let's rock it. Let me get my backpack on. So there's the river. That's where I do my rock crawling. Well, a lot of it. And there's the dirt road. That's where I do my speed running. And then there's the track. That's where I do my hot laps. And then when I'm about halfway done with my last battery, I walk home. And usually it's like a crap show, like whether it's the phone that thermals out or my, when I'm filming for shorts and stuff, I'm trying to use Steadicam and high definition and everything. And the phone thermals out a lot of times, man. So honestly, just going live like this is a better solution, man, because I don't have to edit and the phone doesn't overheat as bad. It starts to overheat when it's like 95 degrees out, 97 degrees out. The phone will stop working. The truck will stop working. So we're on 50% 2S. Oof. Wait, let me see what my gyro's on. Oh, my gyro's off the whole time. I don't even have my gyro on, guys. Woo! That's cool. Now we're going super fast, boys. That's probably why I didn't overheat, man. I had to butter the throttle. I couldn't just slam on it. That's funny. Talk about give yourself some wiggle room. Oh, no! I gotta slow down. So let me show you. This is just the dip or the wash. I don't know how well it comes in. But if you hit it right, it's a good jump. Sometimes I'll just set up the trash ramp and just jump it. If I keep on nosediving like that, I'll put the jump up. Actually, I don't know if I have enough time. Maybe tomorrow. If I can get out here early, I'll set up the ramp. But yeah, man, it's gonna be going live Tuesday through Friday. Almost every day. As long as my truck's working and the weather permits. We'll be doing Rugghead by the River live Tuesday through Friday, about noonish, 12:20. And it'll be about an hour. Because I'll have about 3 batteries, generally speaking. I'll just talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. Whatever I'm working on the truck, I'll keep you guys up to date on Gromzilla and the Typhon and all that. New parts I'm buying or installing. And what's going on in the fun zone. And then I'll tell pretty much my life story, dude, because I got some crazy ass stories, bro. I got a funny, interesting life. And my kids are autistic, non-communicative, linguistically challenged, so it's not like I can talk to them too much. And the fun zone's so freaking awesome. Shout out to Ty if he's still on there. We missed you, bro. We need to start that Thai vacation fund. GoFundMe. Send him to Cancun. Or Miami. I don't know. Where Ty want to go to vacation? We should come up with some funny places to send him with a GoFundMe. He said he's married, he's got a couple kids, right? I don't know, that dude was trying to raise money for that one family that had that accident. You know, what goes around comes around, right? That was a good joke. So I love these Badlands in the back, but not so much in the front, boys. I have wrecked so many Badlands in the front just from crashing. It's like those rims are just weak. And they bend so badly that they snap. So you'll bend them so bad that a spoke will snap. And you won't know it, you know, so you'll keep driving around on a broken spoke. And you'll wonder, why is my wheel all floppy? You know? So I like the D-boots in the front because if I'm crashing into curbs or, you know, they're really good at taking in damage, man. And they're pretty much disposable. Like I said before, they were like $5 on clearance. If you guys didn't pick them up, you were sleeping, man. I recommend just checking out Horizon Hobbies clearance section at least once a month, man, because they have some weird stuff every once in a while. They'll be selling like sticker kits, you know, for an obsolete airplane or something like that for like 27 cents. And you're like, what? I'll get 10 of them. Or just random weird ass stuff, dude. You know, transmission spacers for a car they discontinued like 8 years ago, and they're just trying to get rid of it for like, you know, 13 cents or something. But there's a lot of good stuff. But among them were these D-boot tires, man. They had sets of 4 for like $5. And that was just ridiculous. That's even cheaper than anything on Amazon. The cheapest of the cheap. And when I put them on the Granite, it just fixed a lot of the problems. The handling and just the terrain out here favors the skinnier tires. You're not bouncing everywhere. You're able to dig in. And nobody was doing it. There were a few people out there putting the Granite tires on the Typhon and making like the Truggy. But I didn't see anybody putting D-boots, you know, the Typhon tires on the Granite. They were putting the big fat Pro lines. And they were, you know, I knew those were heavy. I didn't want heavier. I was trying to go for lighter. I'm all about efficiency. I'm into that JDM tuning. Is this coming in? Super glue, absolutely. Get the thin stuff. About most of the super glue these days is that gel. You want that old-fashioned liquid, you know, stuff that makes a damn mess. And just go to like Harbor Freight and buy like the 20 pack of the tiny tubes. And then I just use 1 tube per tire. That way I don't have to worry about using too much or not enough. That's how much I'm going to use. 1 tube per tire of those tiny tubes. And, oh, boys, if you're in the chat right now, I highly recommend you guys check out Project Farm. It's some old dude who lives out in Nebraska or something like that, but he just does product testing. That's his whole channel, is product testing. So he'll go out and buy every brand of duct tape and then torture test all of it scientifically. You know, he'll do like, how strong is it? How sticky is it? How resilient is it to acetone, UV light, temperature, you know, and he'll put it through all the tests. And then he makes a big graph with price points and everything and tells you what the best deal is, what the best cheap deal is, and what never to get, you know. And he goes through super glue and adhesives and, you know, car waxes and cordless drills and vacuums and everything. Laundry detergents. He'll go out and get a bunch of bloody oily shirts and then buy every single brand of laundry detergent out there and then wash them all, and then, you know, shows you which one does the best job and compares prices and everything. And a lot of times, yo, that expensive stuff is just garbage, dude. Doesn't do anything. A lot of times getting the cheap Amazon version is literally your best option. They're getting like the Milwaukee knockoff for like $40 is almost as good as getting the actual Milwaukee, but it's still better than getting the Makita. or the Ryobi. You know what I mean? You wouldn't have ever guessed that getting the imitation knockoff would be better than getting, you know, the Lowe's special or the Home Depot special, but it's true, man. So I check out his channel before I do anything. Motor oil. Go check out his motor oil torture test. It was eye-opening. So I use Mobile One now. Just saying. Project Farm. His name is Project Farm on YouTube, and I highly recommend you go subscribe to that guy. And you can watch his super glue comparison, because the cheap super glue is better than a lot of the expensive super glue, because super glue is essentially that cytocastic acrylic whatever, CA glue, and the other stuff just they water it down or dilute it with like activators or whatever to make it a gel. Uh-oh, got a rock. And it doesn't stick as well because it's made out of a gel. But specifically for tires, I gotta move my remote, man. It's not helping me. Okay, let's try that. It's like my wrist was going numb. I was driving with one hand and my wrist was going numb. I was like, that's not working. But for tires, you want to use the thin glue. I found that the thin glue just runs into the crack better, and it seats more consistently than gel. Gel kind of just globs in there like you're welding it together. But super glue kind of flows into the crevice how you want, and it's much more consistent, and you can just get a nice run around the tire. I pinch the tire from the outside, and it makes a tiny little gap, and then I'll run like one continuous super glue flow all the way around the crack as I'm walking my fingers around the outside of the tire. And I could show you when this battery runs out and I'm cooling off. I'll show you what I do with the tires, but in all honesty, Nitro, you still here? You're gonna mess up the first set. Your first set of gluing tires, you're not gonna get it perfect. It takes like 2 or 3 attempts, and then you're like, oh, that's you figure. It's not so much that you figure out how to do it, it's more like you figure out how not to do it. It's one of those things. You just have to kind of, it's like making a YouTube channel. You just kind of, you're better off figuring out what not to do than you are trying to figure out what to do. Oh, tumble wumble. I got a butterfly. That was good. I'm kind of feeling the battery getting squishy, boys. It's kind of bright. I can't read the screen. This is it's raining up there. I saw you guys getting a storm. We just had our storm. It flew through here in like 15 minutes. It rained probably like 15 minutes, and it sprinkled like through the night. You woke up in the morning and the ground was wet, but that's about all we get. That's about all we get all year. We get about 2 thunderstorms, but they usually just sweep through here like they're real quick. We'll get like hammered by like hail, and then it's gone. And then it's like sunny like an hour later, and it just gets like ridiculously humid. It gets like Midwest humid. Oh, how's it coming in, guys? You like the in the rough stuff? You like the high angle or the lower angle? I figure this would be a little smoother and I can read the chat, but it's still hard to read the chat in the sun. So Rugghead RC birthday bash. Woo, going backwards. Oh. Woo. This way is much more challenging. Mainly because of this. There you go. Cool angle though. Oh, getting high. Woo, look at that, boys. Ouch. Keeping it alive. This is 50% 2S. Which is pretty much perfect for this track. I designed this track for the brushed granite. I think my battery died. Oof. Good, she's warm, she's not hot. Let's see what we can do. Let me see if I can get this. How's that? Better. There we go. So how's everyone doing today? Rugged RC's birthday bash. I'm loving it. Thanks for joining me on my birthday. Oh. It's funny, I have this best friend. We've been friends since we were like 4 years old. And we're still neighbors, right? So he's literally like my brother. That dude forgets my birthday it's not that he forgets, it's just he always wishes me a happy birthday on the wrong day. You like the high angle better, Randy? So he always calls me like 3 days before my birthday and he's like, dude, I'm so sorry I missed your birthday. And I was like, dude, my birthday's tomorrow. So it's like he remembers, but not really. But it's kind of funny. It's an ongoing joke we have because we're like the same age for a month. There we go. So what I was talking about is I used some double-sided sticky tape again to put this on here. But it gets kind of too hot and the adhesive kind of melts. I think that's what's going on. Because this was solid when we started and it's kind of wobbly now. But it's cooking. So I have a piece of angled aluminum that I'm going to mount right here. Let me get a stick. I got a piece of angled aluminum and I'm going to mount it right here and then chop these wire retainers off and make this completely flat and place the ESC up on top of both of those. That way I'll be able to get airflow underneath the ESC and it'll give me enough room in between here I'll be able to squeeze in a 35 millimeter fan right there. So I already took all the measurements. It should work. I just got to kind of pull the trigger on it and figure out how am I going to mount the aluminum to the plastic. I was thinking of E6000 just to see if it'll work. But it is hot. So we'll just kind of relax for a minute. I think I got one more battery. So we'll put that in. I'm gonna let the air kind of wash over this bad boy. Let the heat dissipate. What time is it? Oh, it's 12 o'clock, guys. I gotta start making my way home. Super glue is the answer, bro. That's my very first. That was my very first Rugghead by the river. And I said you can do more with super glue than you can buying new parts. That was my first episode. Because I was getting mad. Everyone was like, oh, you need to do this. And you need to buy that. And I was like, no, you just need super glue. I think it was the shock eye, you know, the stock plastic. That was the first piece I super glued. Because I didn't have any spares back then, you know. It was one of the first things I broke was the front shock. And so I ordered some cheap ones on Amazon, but while they were coming, I just super glued it. And it worked fine, man. I still have that thing. Never broke after that. Super glue is the answer. But in all honesty, it's running a little hot, but I don't care. I gotta get out of here. Did I plug it in? What? Did I plug it in? No, I didn't plug it in. Look at that. Rookie mistake. Rookie error, guys. Oh. Let's try to get this. Use that. This is our 5th time out, boys. Not breaking anything. It's pretty impressive. Considering what we're doing. Ooh-wee. She's fired, boys. So, yeah. There we go. Stick my finger in there. Yeah. Super glue all over. I'm still running my Typhon with the super glue shock towers. So it's working fine, guys. Okay. Get my backpack. All right, guys. Once again, thanks for joining. Rugghead by the river. Oh. Special edition birthday bash. There's a special episode. We'll see if I can hit this little jump thing. It's actually just a rock in the ground. Oh. I gotta turn that sucker down, man. I can't turn it down. It's 50%. I gotta gear it down or something. It's a little violent. Yay! See how fast I can hit it. Oh! This thing is so much fun, guys. I'm so happy playing with this guy. It's like it. Oh! Oh! Destruction. Even my little foam block will blow. It's so funny when this thing blows up like that. How's it work? Is it coming in? Should we do a speed run here on 2S? Woo! Oh no! Now I gotta go down. Yeehaw! Go climb. That's 50%. This thing's so wild, guys. Like 50% is just perfect, man, because you can't really do anything wrong. It's just still wildly funny. Oh, I knew that was coming. There's a big ravine right here. The gorge. See that? I gotta groom it. I could probably turn it into a jump. Woo. All right, here we go. Let me turn it up. Huh? Uh-oh. Too much steering. Oh no! No, don't go down the hill. Come on. Go climb. No, don't get stuck. Okay. You need to get some. Oh no. Uh-oh, guys. Woo. Okay. Speed run. 2S. Oh! Did you see that? Oh, that was awesome. This thing is so wild, guys. These shocks are great. GPM. GPM shocks, guys. Oh no! Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Come on. This is the steepest part. I know I always say that, but it's pretty steep here. Can we make it? Let's see if we can zoom in. try to zoom in here. There we go. All right, let's try to get up this hill. We got to get home. Oh! Whoa! Oh no! Kick out. Okay, whew, saved it. So close. It's wild. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Yeah! We did it! We did it. We made it. Okay. There we go. Okay, gotta get home, guys. Gotta pick up my kid from school. That was sketchy, guys. We almost didn't come back from that one. I would have had a gun. Almost hit my feet. This thing is a weapon, guys. Solid as a rock out here. And it's rough, dude. Woo! Come on, that was awesome. Double tap your screens, bro. That was sick. Ugh. I wish I could just stay out here. Oh no, not again. Come on, Aaron. Oh no. She's going down the hill. Hill climb. Oh no. Don't flip it. Whatever you do, don't flip it. Oh no. Oh, guys. It's flipped. Oh, shit. Here we go. Let's try to. We zoom in on it. Thanks to that. Looks like a dead body. Okay. Here we go. Get stuck in the weeds. Whoa. All right. That's enough fun for one day, boys. It's time to go home. Let me get this down. Let me change this. Okay. That's the low angle. Got a rock. Oh. Who saw that? What happened? Oh, come on. Oh, I got a rock. Look. I got the famous rock stuck in the wheel. Come on. You see that rock right there? That is a Proline deal. That happens all the time. That's my alarm to pick up my kid. You won't admit you. All right, guys. I don't know who's still here, but thanks for joining. Hope you guys have fun. Thanks for joining me on my birthday. For a very special Rugghead by the River birthday bash. I appreciate all of you for showing up, saying what's up. Give me a thumbs up. It's a lot of fun, guys. I'd be doing this if nobody watched. I do this without a camera. I'm glad you guys could be here, man. It's a lot of fun. It's a great community. Love hanging out with you guys. We're almost home. There we go. What happened? There we go. So anyway, thanks everyone for showing up. Hope you guys enjoyed. Quick little episode. Join us tomorrow, dude. 12 noonish on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, Pacific time. And maybe I'll bring an extra battery next time. That went by pretty quick. Anyway, it's your boy Rugghead RC. Thanks for joining. See you tomorrow, guys. Take it easy, guys. Enjoy your Monday. Have a good day. It's your boy Rugghead RC. Peace.